Ayo. Ayo. Hello. How's it going? I have to actually be quiet today. Yesterday was a mistake. Hi. How are we doing today? Welcome. I already threaded the needle. Oh, jeez. I already threaded the needle with our first color. How's it going? Welcome to what is currently Thursday cross stitching. I hope you're all doing well. I hope your Thursday is going smoothly. This one. Is this the snitching stream? No, looking handy today. Thank you. I clipped my nails finally. I finally clipped my nails. Threaded the beetle. Yeah, I'm doing alright today. I felt kind of icky earlier. I think it was allergies. But we are doing okay now. Oh, I didn't. My chat's not aligned right. Hold on. Yep, just forgot to do that. There we go. Not be on the side if it's too hot or too cold. Man, I've had a few nights like that recently. It's especially bad like if you're trying to sleep and the temperature's not right and you just can't really get set right. I feel that. I feel like during the day I don't usually have as much trouble with that because I have more, you know, ways to adjust temperature wise, but I feel that. Anyway, this isn't one of the stamp borders, but this is this little, oh, I didn't turn on the pattern. This little decorative bit at the bottom is the same color as the frame next to it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Gonna go ahead and do that and then start the stamp border. Then I don't have to come back later with it. There we go. Too hot with blanket, too cold without. Exactly. And then like you're too cold to fall asleep, but then once you fall asleep you get too warm. And then in my case I end up having horrible nightmares. And waking up in the night. Bad times. Ow! Alright, good start. Already poked. Already poked today. Wow. That bodes well. That bodes quite well. Anyway, I have my blanket today because I'm nice and cozy. I felt like it was a cozy vibe stream kind of day. If you hear any strange noises, it's a little windy today. Because it's a tiny bit windy. When moving the tide, that's right. Yeah, how are you guys doing? How's Thursday treating you? Did you survive the day of fools? The day of maximum tomfoolery? Hello and hi. Ate chili and grapes and coffee for lunch. Why do you wish to punish your stomach? Why would you? What is is that cool new diet tech. I don't know, sleepy. I feel that. Zero whimsy. The fool's merely annoyed. Dang. Has whimsy left the world so soon? You hate to see it. Thinking about writing? Nice. It made noises in a meeting. Was that the intent? Was that like a power move? Okay. And we've begun the stamp order. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them left. By my count. And if I can't count, then I don't... Man. That's kind of the whole idea. I adjusted the stand a little bit. I don't know if that's gonna make it better or worse to see. But it seemed like it was angled too far. So I unangled it a little. We'll see how it goes. That was the reason. Oh, I see. The regretting face. That'll do it. That'll do it to ya. Well, may the regret not last so long. Oh, I should've... Why didn't I do the one above this? I messed up. It's fine. I don't care, it's fine. Whatever. Not a big deal. I don't care. Fine. Lately, I've not been wanting to get out of bed on time. So today, once again, I stayed in bed. I didn't go back to sleep, but I did stay in bed a little too long. But then I got up and I was feeling very motivated to draw. So I did that for a little bit. To me, it boiled down to doing work well, but being unapproachable. Went into their clean office covered in rust, dust, and oil. I wonder why they found that unapproachable. I wonder what they found unapproachable about that. That's so weird. Anyway, drawing went okay. I feel like I made good progress for the hour I worked on it. Still chipping away. I'm doing the line work for the model right now. Which is not my forte. And I do come to it every single time I open it and go, I give it the disappointed, I wish this was better than it is, but I also don't know how to make it better than this. And it's okay. We push through and just do it anyway. Fortunate to have a decent boss. Well, I wish I was that lucky. I have a terrible boss, actually. Doesn't matter how the work is, it's not acceptable either way. Trust the process. I don't... a lot of work doing a meeting on my terms since looking for a new job anyway. Oh, yeah, that'll do it. Well, at least it's over with, I guess. Mottos don't make it my issue. Tyrant roommate never happy. Yeah, my boss roommate. my real tough boss roommate. No, roommate's motto as a boss would totally be don't make it my issue. I didn't count how many of these I need. 7? 7. It's a long one. go for long today, but my voice probably won't put up with that. Face is also just like that. Oh, control but look angry. Not approaching a skill issue. Dang. I mean, sometimes that's how it be. Or you could meet corporate demand and simply make your face different. Maybe they think it's a skill issue that you don't just change your face. I messed up. But nothing happened. Corporate has declared your face a skill issue. Alright, see, nothing happened. I did all of the exactly correct stitches. No problem. Well, I don't know if it's every drawing needing to be perfect. It's more, you know, there's just the one drawing. If I did more drawings, maybe things would be different. But, you know, it is kind of, there is the pressure with drawing a new, fully redesigned main model that that is like going to be my like new look that I use every single day. There's a little bit of pressure to make that, you know, good. A little bit of pressure to try to do that as good as possible. I wish for it to be better than I'm capable of. But alas, I do what I can. I keep seeing people's models these days at different angles and sitting, and I cannot keep up with the standards of today. Hello, welcome in. Or we can find someone of my specialized skill set to smile while dealing with rust, dust, oil, steel slivers, and open face cuts. Oh, well, alright. Yet to disappoint, so more pressure. No! That's 6. I hate that. I hate that. Yeah. I want it to be done. It's so far from done, but I just want it to be done. But the drawing was not really tough on my hands today, so that was good. I then did some notes that were tough on my hands that I guess I should not have done. But yes, I am. Yeah. I have to. Yes. I expect myself to meet a certain standard of presentation and capability, but alas. I don't know. yesterday I finally finished the first book I was reading for the talk research. Now I get to start another one. Every pixel of painting a story, a dream. Dual wheel 250 90 so the hair can work. No, not like that. No. No, actually, you say every pixel of painting, but like, I think part of my problem is that I get too bogged down in like in like parts and not like the whole, not considering and dealing with the look of the whole well enough. I don't know. That's a matter of just like not being good enough at drawing. But you know, considering I don't draw ever, I can only expect so much, I suppose. And I cannot manage to force myself to work on the drawing outside of this more, you know, to improve such things. Yeah, the book was okay. It was, I think it gave me like kind of an overview. It wasn't exactly what I expected it to be, honestly, but it gave me kind of an overview, and I'm gonna narrow down the topic from here, so I'll be doing slightly more focused reading on the next book. That'll be good. Just in the forest for the trees. Yeah, I like that. I don't know, I could say a lot about illustration. Because there's so much that I, like, am skilled at observing in drawing and illustration, but I don't have the skill to actually replicate in my own work. Which is not fun. It's not fun for someone who strives for making good things but also doesn't want to actually commit to this endeavor that much. I don't know, zooming in too far and clip and then losing the scope of the whole thing. Yeah, I do that too. Yeah, there's a lot of like, today I opened it up and I looked at what I drew last time and I went, ooh, I have to adjust that. The like proportions funny. They don't line up right. Because I was like so close in on like capturing like the right detail of it that I didn't get that part right, so yeah. I drew something after 5 months, gave up. Both realized couldn't make what I wanted and realized somehow drew the Simpsons cat. Oh no, I don't even know what that is, but I'm so sorry. At least now you have a drawing of the Simpsons cat. Could better than a drawing of nothing. Go back and look at the bigger picture, yeah. Imagine if those Dutch painters put all their effort into making that one slug look perfect. And that one cool slug and nothing else. I feel like they're a bad example, because they were really, really on their details. Waiting for Super Mario Galaxy movie tomorrow? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Didn't they do like a whole direct to show off more of it a while ago? I feel like that happened. How many on this side? 5. I don't know why I went to this stitch, but okay. I cut this thread too short. Like a fool. Even though it's April 2nd. I just didn't draw a medieval cat. At least you know what a cat looks like. At least it doesn't seem like you've never seen a cat in your life. If you went and asked them, I'm sure they would tell you they don't feel too sure about their bugs and plants. Tell you about missing stuff you never would have ever thought about. I don't think that's true. I think that the way that they practiced and thought about art was vastly different from the way that we are practicing and thinking about anime girl illustration. I think things were just different back then. No, medieval anime girls were way crazier. Were they? Everybody was only painting like Bible scenes back then. I think, don't mean to alarm you, but I've noticed a pattern of how your problems start. Who said I have problems? Or they'd be like, what? Oh, what? Yeah, they totally would. Whatever that says. No, you're so right. How could I not see it before? I finished Light Eaters this morning. I gotta decide what my next non-fiction read is gonna be. Here, does she? I guess so. Hello! I hope you're also having a nice day. Welcome in. It's kind of climactic finish. I mean, kinda. In a way. I don't know if I have articulate enough thoughts about it, at this moment to discuss much, but kinda. Oh dear. This is fine. Where did that end go? I saw it. No? Is it through? Did it? You know what? It's good enough. It's secure enough for me. It's secure enough for me. I'll take it. Oh yeah, I brought the fern today. To keep us company. I think I'm gonna have to move it from the spot it usually sits in on my desk. Because it gets too much direct sunlight. And over the winter that was fine, but I don't think it was gonna make it through the summer there. I'd like it to stay on my desk, but I don't really have another place on my desk that it can go. So, I have to figure it out. How's been the week? Short streams the last couple days. Does that help with the voice performance? No, my voice is still really bad. Yeah. I'm feeling not good about it. That's how it be lately. That's what I've been up to, feeling bad about my voice. And about things related to the quality of my voice. real neat. Absolutely swell. Why did I leave this so long? Gotta trim that. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Fern. Let's go back to Dutch slug talk. I was just saying. You asked. Dang it! I pulled it out. You asked and I answered. I only tell it like it is. Is that wrong? Maybe. But it's what I do. Oh. As you go back in time and draw a slug, your favorite Dutch artist goes... That. How would you feel? Just awful. More of a Dutch slugger because it's human. I think I want to be the Dutch slug. I think I'd rather be the Dutch slug. But who knows? Nice slug you got there, man. Cool slime effect. Yeah, no, my answer still stands. No, I still stand by my answer. Did you guys know I'm not a very externally motivated person? At the end of the day, whatever I think about it matters most in my mind. No matter what anybody says. Lately my struggle has been— this isn't where I wanted to stitch. Lately my struggle has been expulsion. Assume too much about what we know of you. Do I? Do I? Anyway. Lately I've been trying to think of different content ideas. Am I enigmatic? I don't think I'm enigmatic. I think you guys are enigmatic, but maybe that's just a two-way street then. We're trying to think of content ideas, but every time I think of something as a content idea, every time it crosses my mind that like, oh, this is a good opportunity to grow the channel or something, I instantly don't want to do it anymore. And I cannot make myself want to do it again. I can only do it if I have some other motivation and exclusively some other motivation. It all goes back to Twitch reactions. What? Eh? What do Twitch reactions have to do with anything? That wasn't what I was thinking of doing. But yeah, that's what I keep running into lately. It's an on take. I know. It's not even a take, really. It's just like a reaction. Like, there's not a take in there. It's always puppets, books, or self-deprecation. Or pizza. Don't forget the pizza. Whenever artistic integrity, not make something corporate. I mean, no, that's not even it. Like, I'm not even considering making something corporate or lacking artistic integrity. That's the problem, is like, these are totally valid and sometimes really cool things that I think of. It's like, it's not even that. First thing that came to mind with drawing channels. Oh. No, I just mean like any kind of different content stuff. I was seeking some sort of forbidden knowledge that just casually drops it on us all. What? I am? And on what that different content could be. I don't know, like there's the educational-ish kind of video that I have not been working on lately because my hands. That I've once again reached the point with where I'm like, should I bother with this? The other day I was like, oh, what if I did like drawing time-lapse videos? Or something along those lines. Hello, I will have a good stitchin', thank you. Hope you have a good day. I don't know, there's been other stuff that I thought about lately and then I just go, oh. I just go, I don't wanna actually. So, yeah. Hello, hello, is this Avalon, the quietest shork in the West? It is. Hello, welcome in. Am I remembering to be properly quiet? Maybe not. Maybe the sign is a lie. It's more like the yappiest shork in the West. But I'm yapping quietly. Maybe not quietly enough, but don't know what to say to resolve the internal conflict. Yeah, thanks. I don't know. I don't know that there's anything to say about it other than it gives me pain. It's time. Cause like the thought process. Okay, here's what happens. I open my phone in the morning while I'm like waking up, and I look at YouTube, and YouTube goes, "Hey, here's a cool drawing time lapse of a really great illustrator," and whatnot. And I go, "Oh wow, that's fantastic." And then I go, "Oh man, I wish I could draw like that." And then I go, "Oh man, what if I did draw like that? And what if I made videos like that? A time lapse video would be a really." That'd be a great content solution for me, you know? I don't have to use my voice, and I could also be getting better at drawing, and then I go, oh, but I don't wanna... Oh. And then I look at other art videos like that, and then I go, oh wow, there's so much cool art out there, what would I even draw? How would I even decide on something to draw when there's so many cool different things that I could try? And then I get overwhelmed by that, and then I also go, oh man, I don't wanna just be chasing views for doing this art video that I don't really care about that much. Yeah. Hello, it's freaking great. Sprite out of a time lapse. How you doing about your drawings when one of those types of videos? Well, yeah, but if I don't know, if I present it in a certain way, there's a you have to fake it till you make it sometimes, you know? See, that the thing is, out of all of the negative thoughts I had about it, that one is not one that entered into it even. But we can add that to the pile too. But yeah, I hate thinking about drawing because I get overwhelmed by all of the different things and styles and approaches one could go for with it. What was it? Tuesday? Tuesday! That's why I was having such a bad day on Tuesday. Was those thoughts really spiraled for me. What you're talking about? To say that while having dropped a banger. Mod doll? On seemingly a whim. Well, see, that's the thing, is it was on a whim. I did it on a whim and I did it very quickly. If it's anything more than that, I can't do it. If I think about something for 2 seconds, I can no longer do it. I don't have the level of commitment for a lot of stuff. Alright, that's this one done. I'll do this one next. Don't compare your work to others. Let people know how you do things. That's the point for that sort of content. Show your process and results. Putting the "is it worth it" could easily kill the drive to do any project. Yeah, I see what you mean. I gotta say though, I hate when people say don't compare your work to others. There's a way in which that's correct, but also I think that like there's a way in which you absolutely should do that. What is happening? But maybe that's just me. But yeah, no, that's the thing is with that is like it would be, that was my thought process behind it being, you know, fine, would be like, it's a matter of showing the thought process and sort of explaining it like in captions kind of as it goes. Because I would also probably, I was thinking of like presenting it more as like a learning exercise kind of process of like, I tried to do this and here's what I thought about, here's what I learned. More than, hey, I'm an expert at drawing, here I go, you know. Yeah, I was gonna do this one. Let me see what color that is. Okay. This one. Do that one. Setting a goal. We're comparing finished products. Usually only a disappointment lever. I don't know if I know what you mean about setting a goal. Oh, like you should look at others' works as something to aim for in the long run, kind of? Okay, I see. Yeah, but also, like, I don't know, you have to... I feel like saying don't compare aspiring, yeah. I feel like when people say, like, don't compare your work to others, it feels dismissive, because, like, depending on what you want to do, and heavily depending on what you want to do, but taking just, like, anime illustration as our talking basis here. You really do need to look at other people's work to learn from it. And I feel like just saying don't compare yourself to others kind of dismisses that idea. Like, you should not be working in isolation on that kind of thing. You should be looking at other people's work as much as possible to learn from it and compare yours to it to see what they're doing that you're not and to understand what makes their work good so that you can replicate that. But it is dangerous in some ways, you know. Thinking from the content creation perspective, interesting content people might be interested. Sure. No, that's true, but I still, at the end of the day, like, I don't know. I don't know if I should be making this. Because, like, okay, here's the rest of the thought process. I went, okay, I'm gonna do this. I have a distinct idea for, like, one video to do. Let me gather up, like, references that I could use to do that. And then in the process of looking at the references, I got so overwhelmed by the possibilities of where I could try to take this, like, one drawing that I just, like, wanted to quit. And then I decided, you know, maybe this project is just not a good idea for me. That's kind of how it is. Even if it would actually be a good content idea. Don't compare yourself thing I'm getting at is that, oh, I'm so bad at this, screw up and I'll never touch a pen again. Yeah, see, that's bad. That you should not do. The difference between don't compare yourself to value the worth of your work and don't compare yourself and only create stuff from your own without using anyone's work as an example on how to improve. Yeah. I don't know. Big shrug. Big bam shrug. You know, we have regular bam, we have small bam. When are we gonna get big bam? What a world we live in. Makes you think. Makes you wonder. In Spanish, I could give way better argument. I actually, the other day I went, hey, internet, what's some good language learning resources? And everybody recommended, well, not everybody, but, you know, a bunch of people recommended Mango languages. And then I found out that I have access to that through my library. So I actually got that set up today and started Spanish lessons while I was doing my cardio. I just did, like, the first lesson, which was things I already knew, but... And I'm not gonna promise that I'll actually keep it up and go through the whole thing, but... It can happen. There's no big bam. Watch the first few episodes of Fallout. Alright, fine. I'm not allowed, I guess. Fine. But yeah, I finally found a way to do that I think will be good for me going forward. And they seem to have, like, a really complete sort of course. Learn Spanish, but didn't teach you? Why? That's messed up. Why not? Yeah, and they also have other languages, so if it works out and I want to try to learn other stuff, I can do that. I was looking at, for a bit, there's a book, and they make it for several different languages, but it's like Spanish for reading, and it's meant to be for, like, researchers, and folks like that, and it just teaches you, and it's like one book that's supposed to, like, give you all you need to be able to read Spanish, or whatever other language, and I thought that was curious. I'd be interested to check something like that out as well, but this is gonna work for me now. It's very focused on conversational language teaching. Lindo. Yes. Yes. Just still working full time as well as farm stuff. Oh, how to cut corners. Yeah, that makes sense then. I can see that. But dang, you got shortchanged. Better learn Spanish. Not too late. You still could learn Spanish or whatever else. And there's a billion people on YouTube making their living teaching people how to learn languages in the most optimal way. Science says you should study like this to learn 5 languages in a year, etc. I don't know what intellectual shortcomings you refer to, but okay. I suppose we can agree upon that. If you would like. It doesn't put my sheer stupidity anywhere in that equation. Intellectual shortcoming. Yeah, that does impede things. I don't know, maybe somebody studied that. Not the gravy train. It's supposed to be mine. You go see. Yeah, no, I had a like shower the other day where I was like trying to see how much Spanish I could remember, and I don't know, like it could be worse, but it's also not great. I definitely don't have like a functional understanding of Spanish, but I don't know, things are still in there a little bit. It gives me a good starting point to try to learn it now, at the very least. I don't have to start completely from scratch. Hello, is this La Biblioteca? Yes. Welcome. I was just talking about starting to learn Spanish. There's an actual train full of gravy. Never had gravy. Gravy is made with meat things, and I never had it back before I was vegetarian. It grossed me out a little bit. I had to adjust the thread a little. Make vegan gravy. That sounds like it'd just be sad, right? What do they make it with? I can't say I have like a cause to wish to eat gravy though. Green and black pepper. Oh. Finally promote you on ESV 2-week servers without getting banned? Imagine. Yeah. Imagine. Gravy's gross, can stay on everyone else's plate. Dang. They think prompt the language learning push getting annoyed at translations. No, I just happened to find out that I had access to a good resource for it and went, sure, why not? And I also realized that like I could do it while I do my cardio, which gives me the consistent routine for continuing it. that's part of what held me back before, was not really having like not feeling like I was gonna make a consistent space in my day to do it, because you really have to be really consistent to learn language stuff like that. So that was part of what kept me from doing it. But I found out that I have access to an app that I can use, and it has everything I need, and I can do it consistently. So oil or butter, flour, and vegetable broth can add yeast and soy sauce. Best gravy foods aren't vegetarian, aren't missing out. Yeah, I don't, yeah. Never had mint gravy without mashed potatoes, so that's the only recommendation. Yeah, I don't know, I've just always had mashed potatoes with butter. Or just regular old butter. Okay, I don't know why it caught there. Kinda weird. You do you though, Thread. But yeah, I don't know. That sounds... I don't know. I don't know why I would bother making that. It doesn't sound very good. Gravy is made with butter. It's practically the same thing. Are you saying that that vegan butter is practically the same thing as gravy? We like when you like things we like. That never happens though. What? That literally never happens. I'm not being quiet. I gotta keep being quiet. Yeah, green tea. Okay, well that's happened once now. I've tried today. What's the vegetarian-friendly option of vegan gravy? Well, with butter, then, right, instead of some other oil. Dragon is my brand. I mean, no, I'm just have my own opinion. Like the green tea, you made me endure? Wow. You like Dark Souls, maybe? I do, that's true, that's true. It's the one thing most of us can agree on, at least, is Dark Souls is good. You love tomatoes. I love tomatoes too. My tomato sprouts are looking great. One of my pots of tomato sprouts has something else sprouting in it, and I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but I guess I may or may not find out. My pepper seedlings are also doing good. It won't be too much longer before they get to go outside. A ginger cinnamon tea today, and it was disappointing. Oh, was it like was it store-bought? Was it in like a bag? Was it like a big brand? You like One Piece, which surprised you when you learned. I do like One Piece. Yeah, banana. Ooh, banana. Ew. It's just Cousin Jeremiah. Well, I hope Cousin Jeremiah reveals what he is soon. He might be another pepper. I don't know. Might be just a weed from the dirt mix. No, it looks like it's another pepper or tomato, judging by like the seed that I can see. Like it's not just some random weed. I think it's a leftover seed from some other time. The other bags in the box were better though, so even more disappointing. Oh. Like tomatoes, can't stand baby/cherry tomatoes. Something about the taste you can't stand. Oh. I feel like they have a more tomatoey taste than other tomatoes, so that might be why. I think a lot of like commercial tomatoes don't have the tomatoey taste actually that you get from like those ones, or like different colored tomatoes or heirloom tomatoes. Ew, I can eat a banana because they're nasty. It's a pineapple. I don't think it'll be a pineapple. Yeah, I don't like the texture of bananas either. Unpleasant. The stringy bit? I'll have banana in a smoothie if it's like covered up with other things. That's kind of the only acceptable banana for me. I was thinking about smoothies the other day. I was thinking I want to get back to smoothies, but I stopped. I had smoothies when I worked at the restaurant, and I felt like I could afford them because they're kind of expensive to put together, I feel like. Bean Bam has a problem with banana texture. Yeah, are you implying that the beans have a bad texture? You've had bad beans then. I don't know what to tell you. I do have a texture problem with like chickpeas. Used to enjoy banana and custard. Oh. I think my mom likes that kind of thing. I like banana bread, otherwise that's a hate crime. I don't like banana bread. Springy banana, what kind of bananas you got? The same bananas that are grown literally everywhere. Everybody has the same bananas. Implying the texture is similar. What? Beans and bananas do not have a similar texture. You're crazy. You're crazy. But anyway, I talked on the phone with my mom last night, and she told me how much she spends on hamburger for my dad. And I went, dang, I wish I could afford to eat like that. And she went, where do you shop? And so now she's gonna get me a reloadable gift card for my grocery store. I went, sweet. So, you know, maybe I'll be able to afford the smoothie life again. Oh, that's not right. I need that. He's like the king he is. Yeah. He eats eggs and hamburger and blueberries every day, and that's all he eats. And I think he has like creatine or something. And a bunch of other supplements. I don't know. I don't want to know. I will not get my Bamburgers. No meat for me. But I can get a lot more and veggies than I can in meat. That's for sure. She says we burger coins. No. He's secretly a bear by chance. No, he's just a weirdo who listens to people on YouTube about food. A smoothie for the smooth brain, that's me. Makes perfect sense. I do not eat fish, no. I refused to eat seafood before I was even vegetarian. There was a time when I was very little when I ate fish sticks, and then not long after that I decided I didn't want to eat seafood of any kind, and then it was not until much later that I became a vegetarian. I said Bamburger, not hamburger. No meat in that. Okay, what's in a Bamburger? I guess I should know because it's called a Bamburger, but I don't. I can't tell you, I don't know. I've never had a Bamburger. I don't know. Listen to people on YouTube about food all the time. They diss on bananas to make pizza at least once a day. Does Soylent Green count as meat? Yes. Used to be able to eat fish fingers and fish cakes. Nowadays the smell's enough to put you off. Yeah, that's fair. Get yourself one. If I don't even know what it is, how can I get one? A soy slab between 2 buns unbuttered. Make the Bamberger recipe right here and now. Each person chooses one ingredient. That sounds horrible. I hope you don't think I'll make that. Who knows, if my mom is paying for some of my groceries, maybe I'll even one day try out vegetarian burger. Fake burgers. When you see it, you'll know. If you say so. Can you grill tofu? I think so, yeah. You'd probably want to freeze it first to make it to change the texture. I think frozen tofu would be better texturally for grilling, probably. Ever consider veganism? Only vaguely. I don't think I could ever do it though. A Bamberger is a bun with some good cheese, tofu, and salad of your preference. Ooh. That sounds pretty good. Seitan. No, I have not. I don't know. Seitan sounds weird to me. I don't know. I'm sure it tastes fine, but I don't think I want to try it. I don't think I need more wheat in my life. Sure to eat the right food to get the vitamins and stuff that you need. Yeah. Sorry for sounding like your parent. That's okay. That's more concern about my diet than my parents have ever had. Hamburger's all the ingredients of a normal one, but without the patty. That'd be so sad. Texture-wise, it resembles chicken a lot. Yeah, I mean, if you freeze firm tofu and then like fry it, the texture ends up feeling kind of chickeny too. Like shrooms? No. Concept of washing all the flour out of the flour and eating what's left strikes me as weird. Yeah! Yeah, same! Yeah! I don't know, it's weird to me. When did I become conscious enough to become vegetarian? I went vegetarian in college. I feel like we end up talking about this on these cross-stitch streams. But yeah, I went vegetarian in college because that was when I was no longer living at home and just like I wasn't getting meat for myself. So I was eating meat really infrequently. And then the times that I did eat it, it made me feel ill. And so I went, well, I might as well just go all in and just stop eating it. And then it was much, much later after that I actually started making better dietary decisions that I actually accorded for that. I don't think I used that word right. But you know what I mean. Mushrooms, no banana, shellfish. Palate of a child. No, children love bananas. Picky? Yeah, I was always known as a very picky eater growing up. Vegetarian by happenstance is vaguely music. Yeah, and I mean, like, I don't know, I do have, like, ideas behind it that I believe in. But it was just a matter of, like, the happenstance / convenience, was what made it committable for me, you know? It was a collection of factors. Missing garlic makes finding foods that don't have it a struggle. Oh, I guess that makes sense. My tofu nuggets? You know, I never had tofu nuggets. I saw at the store one time they had like broccoli nuggets. They were like dino broccoli nuggets, and I went, I don't. What do you mean? I was also quite picky. Grew out of it. Okay. I mean, I don't think it's. I don't think I'm that picky now, but that's also, I think, just because, like, I don't know, I feed myself. There's nobody who can perceive me as picky now, except I guess you guys, but I don't care what you think, so. I don't like something, it's always been because of the texture. One thing that gave you severe heartburn. Oh. Ooh, yeah, that'll do it. Goofing. Maybe I'm also just goofing. But you'll never really know. Broccoli nuggies? You can go to your kid without telling them it's broccoli. You go straight to the retirement home. What? Not possible. Who knows? I should take a little break. Stretch the hands. Stretch a little bit. Change their tomato and chili pasta sauce recipe. Now garlic. Oh man. Always called a picky eater. Don't eat beef, don't like pineapple or asparagus. You were called a picky eater just for that? That's crazy. That's crazy. I like asparagus. I've only eaten asparagus a couple times. It was pretty good. You can't get really bad asparagus though. Sometimes asparagus is nasty. It's kind of hit or miss. Our days just make you increasingly hungry. I know, we always do this. We always do this. Lately I've been feeling the eat good motivation again. And am I actually gonna follow through on that? Probably not, but it's okay. Just being more picky eater, stop caring for half of it. Kind of done with life sort of thing. That's rough. That's rough. Canned? Oh. Oh. Oh, not canned asparagus. I think you should hate that. Oh. With enough ranch, all salads are okay. Nasty. Ranch. I won't eat any vegetable that isn't potato, and even then normally is chips. Okay, now that's bad. That's really bad. Tried some high grade ones later, was okay. Okay. Yeah, they're fun, I think. I don't know. Never had bad asparagus. Former supervisor told you he saw asparagus growing on the side of the road. Hope somebody picks it before he gets off work so he can use it for dinner. That's great. Good for him. And just the salads raw like that. I mean, I put olive oil and salt and pepper on a salad. I wanted to get a salad dressing a bit ago, but they all had like honey in them. I went, well. At least all the ones I looked at that were, you know, better ingredients kind of thing. Eating's one of the pillars that makes life worth living. Oh. The difference between good and bad food has literally been the difference in moods for wheat. Huh. I had lemon and feta cheese. I tried feta cheese once and I hated it. Oh, I hated it. The olive oil made such munch in your fern. I don't know what to tell you, man. Also, there's dressings other than ranch. That's crazy. Time you're healthiest in your life next to most is when, lost most / all emotion for a bit. Whoa. That's excited your brain went if unhealthy feels the same as healthy, just be healthy. Whoa. Whoa. Greek after all! Hope nobody was expecting that I was Greek. I'm looking at my pattern. Okay. We're done with this color for now. I was thinking I was Roman. I've been insulted. Never sure what ranch was made from. Is it like mayo or something? It's like buttercream. Well, theoretically, it's buttercream. Whatever they sell in like the Kraft Ranch bottle, I have no idea what that is. I don't want to know what that is. It's not mayo though. Ranch is the one you bring out when the salad is super healthy and you gotta level the healthiness. Nah, see, that's the thing. If I'm eating a salad, I don't want to negate the healthiness, because why else am I eating the salad? Caesar salad dressing is one of the better ones. Yeah, I've had that. It's alright. Hello, Bam of the Stamps. Bamps? Yeah, hello, it's me, Bamps. Welcome in. Grease and filler. Yeah, that's ranch for you. Problems with a lot of foods as a kid. When it was about plant-based foods, like most of it. Nice! I think my mom mostly didn't try to give me so many plant-based foods. It's raunch in that bottle, not ranch. What's raunch? Okay, we need yellow. We need yellow. Raunch. Yeah. Salads are also to be eaten for flavor. Insinuation to the contrary is unacceptable. Okay, well, I mean, I don't know. I don't eat salads. I had a stint where I ate salads, and then I didn't like them enough. And at some point I realized that I just didn't like them enough, so I stopped eating them. And also, I don't know, they're just inconvenient. They're not a very convenient food for me. Living on salads for summer again, that sounds pretty good. I've tried Creole or Cajun cooking. I'm gonna try looking for recipes online. It's one of those two that draw your attention. No, I don't think so. Because those tend to be like seafood recipes, don't they? At least in my mind, that's what I think of. Maybe I'm wrong. You didn't like them? Did they have ranch on them, huh? No, ranch grosses me out so much, dude. See, part of my problem was that I was making salad with like hard-boiled eggs, and because that was the only way I could like justify it as a substantial meal. Plus, I was like buying a bag of like salad mix, and it was just not. It wasn't a good, sustainable, convenient, worthwhile meal. No, not egg salad. No, egg salad is a different thing. No, this was a salad with egg in it. Egg salad is different. No egg salad. That's gross. I want no part of it. Egg and salad, yeah. Creole mostly associated with seafood, popular enough that people have adapted it. Yeah, I guess I don't know what like the hallmarks of it would be aside from that then. Don't know what egg salad is? You don't want to. You don't want to. I promise. Okay. I mean, unless you're a big mayo fan, then maybe you won't be bothered by egg salad, but I think it's gross. Add boiled potato to a salad? Potato salad with eggs, yeah. Boiled eggs with red rice? Red rice? Yes. You like a lettuce salad with potatoes? That's so wrong. There's something so wrong about that. Just a salad with potatoes in it. Are you okay? Do we need to like contact somebody? There's salad to be a replacement food instead of an all meals thing. You try to get 3 meals in, but you don't want 3 full meals. I don't know what you mean by that. But I don't think I eat 3 normal meals anyway. I need more of a tomato, cucumber, pepper salad. With with potato? I don't know. Also, I've never had a salad like that. I think I've only tried cucumber once. I've meant to give it a shot again, but that kind of thing. It's called Mexican red rice. Oh, okay. Agreed. As a mayo hater, agreed. I don't like cucumber. Did I say I don't like cucumber? I'm sorry, did I say I don't like cucumber? I said I've been meaning to give it a try again. What part of that said I don't like cucumber? Hello? I don't get hungry much. Tend to use time gauge when to eat instead of hungriness. Oh. Okay, well don't freak out when you didn't even hear it, right? She likes pancakes, so she must hate waffles. I don't usually eat waffles. I mean, not that I usually eat pancakes, but pancakes don't require specific equipment, so they are inherently more accessible, and I tend to just go for them instead. Even if I'm not making them myself. Pancakes are more familiar. They're cozier. Used to eat like Eggo waffles as a kid. Those are nasty. Those are not good. Just gonna say that much. They're probably way nastier now too, as with like everything. Cucumber, take the end off and taste it. What? If it tastes bad as poison. What? Is that a concern? What? I've never heard of poisoned cucumbers before. Are waffles easier to make though when you have the equipment? Okay, fuss with the bad first pancake. I've never made a bad first pancake. I don't understand the bad first pancake. I've never made that. Because I also like only would when I made pancakes, I'd only make like 3 pancakes. So like if there was a bad first pancake, that's kind of just a huge waste of my pancake mix, you know? Like if I'm only making 2 or 3 pancakes, they better all be good. Waffles feel like dessert. Don't seem as breakfast or any sort of meal, huh? Maybe I am a cooking genius. Last night, I talked roommate into eating their leftover roasted vegetables. Because they didn't want to eat them, and I was like, why? And they said they didn't come out good, and I went, why? They went, I don't know. I went, why? But I ended up talking them into putting them in the toaster oven to reheat and make them better. And they ate them. Find waffles more convenient, don't want to waste a third of a small batch. Yeah, that's fair, but I'm sure as heck never gonna own a waffle iron. Maggie mix for only 4 pancakes is putting the stakes too high, too much risk of failure. Oh, well, I don't know. That's what I did in college when I ate pancakes. Yeah. Ooh, roasted carrots. Roasted carrots are pretty good. I used to make this. I used to do like really... I would make like a whole sheet pan of roasted vegetables. I don't really do that anymore, but it was fun. I put carrots in there. The secret is to make pancakes and completely underestimate quantity and end up eating pancakes for a week. Oh, is that what people do? That sounds... I don't know, leftover pancakes though? I feel like pancakes are more of a fresh eating thing in my mind. I guess they'd heat up fine. Make mix for 10. The first 7 were the trial and error pancakes. Oh no! It's just pancakes! It's just pancakes! Oh... Yes, okay. Native chopped carrots tossed with a bit of salt and olive oil ends up surprisingly good for roasting. Yeah. Yeah, someone who's kind of picky about carrots. I only like carrots sometimes. Like, roasted carrots are pretty good. Oh, I convinced roommate to eat their vegetables that they thought were gross. Any of the fruits in the cucumber family enough poison in the peel ruins the taste. Oh! I would think that can't be common in like commercial cucumbers. Huh. End up not circly enough. What? How? But also, is that your judge of the... Are you throwing out pancakes just because they're not a perfect circle? Because that's crazy. Making bacon pancakes can never go back. Yeah, that's a good summary. It's a good way to roast carrots in an apartment. What? What do you... What does living in an apartment have to do with it? What do you mean? Someone's box said she liked carrots for their mild spice. Turns out she was allergic! Yeah, like, do you not have an oven? I thought most apartments had ovens. If so, I told them I would eat it, but feeling disappointed while doing so. Oh, well, I mean, it tastes the same no matter how round it is, man. It doesn't- who cares? Eh? So no oven? A toaster oven? First pancake doesn't quite taste right. What? You're not using a circular pan when you're making pancakes. The shape of the pan doesn't matter! Yes, oven. Oh. Then I don't see why it would be hard to roast carrots. Or anything else. Not ideal for roasting. What? I don't know what you mean. I think are we having a conflict of what do you think we mean by roasting? I think you have a different idea of roasting. When I say roasting, I just mean I put it in a sheet pan in the oven. I don't know what you mean by roasting if your oven doesn't do that. Yeah, what? What? Okay. Well, I don't know. I'm baking my vision over a fire type thing. Oh, no, no, no. When I say roasted vegetables, I just mean baked. Really? Consider baked carrots versus roasting to be how dense / laid out they are. Yeah, like if it's, yeah. Like I guess if I think of like if I was baking carrots, that would be kind of like a casserole situation, maybe. Where like roasting is just you spread them out flat on a sheet pan. Bake them at like 425 or so for however long. No, we're not grilling or anything. I don't know what kind of apartment you think I have. I could cook something over an open fire. Using an elliptical pan for the pancakes. Guess that contributed to the problem of circumference. I mean, it should still just come down to the way you pour the batter. Right? You pour the batter and it pools into a circle. And then you have your pancake. Boy Scouts, you're roasting marshmallows over a flame, but it's carrots. The Boy Scouts are getting health conscious. I wasn't there? Okay, I wasn't there. I don't know. I don't know nothing. That should be my channel motto. I don't know nothing. Fire roasted carrots are good. Those probably are good. I never had them before. Being mixed frozen veggies in a blender and adding the mixed meal prep for consistency's sake. What? Oops, so we're oh, never had that either. I've never roasted veggies over a campfire. When I was a kid, I always wanted to go camping, but my parents would not take me camping. And then I did like fake camping in the backyard one time. Didn't even actually sleep out there. Yeah, with baked potatoes, wrap them foil, put them in the coals, ends up decent. Oh. Coal cooked sweet potato. Wow. Fancy. You guys in your fancy open flames in which to cook food. Imagine all that. Something weird on the back. Oh! Oh, no. Just this. I confused myself. What is... Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. Not my problem. I got the feeling the shark family was outdoorsy. I mean... I was an outdoorsy kind of kid. And my dad was kind of outdoorsy, but not in that way. I feel like when you say outdoorsy like that, there's different kinds of outdoorsy. There's like suburban outdoorsy. I feel like those are camping people. We just lived on a big property. So outdoors was right there, and it's not really the same thing. Plus living down in Kaled, lots of dangerous critters around. Camping maybe not the best activity. Anyway. Wasn't left in charge of the fire and cooking. Only one who knew how to cook. Oh, Fancy House came and did it. Yeah, I know, isn't that ironic? Pile of yard brush to burn since I live in the middle of nowhere, you know. That's what, I'm familiar with the practice. I suddenly get to do it. That's why I was so excited when you said roasted carrots. Oh, no. I mean, you can get, like, I've seen in some cooking videos of, like, people who live in, like, Japan or Korea. They make these, like, little tabletop burners. I guess if you wanted to, you could get something like that. Your face was a mountain lion! Oh! Nope, 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 nope. Only dangerous in the UK when camping is people. Not adder if you venture in the fields during summer. Yeah. Yeah, it's not like that, where I'm from. Get tiger repellent from Bass Pro Shop. There you go. That'll solve all the problem. Yeah. Yeah, they make different ones. They make, like, it's like, you get, like, a little tabletop burner, or they have, like, standalone griddle type thingies, that kind of stuff. Maybe reading a lot of philosophy books, just casually citing the Socrates phrase, I know that I know nothing. Okay. Yeah, huh? A bear! Oh my god. A bobcat stalking a rabbit close by too, didn't feel afraid of that one. I've seen bobcats from a distance. Like in, I don't know, in civilization, right? Like not out in the wild. I mean, it was a wild cat, right? But it was, you know, among folks. What else? Have I seen anything else? I think I've seen a dangerous snake every now and then. Hello, welcome in. I had giant birds and crows to do it, yeah. They feel very cat. Yeah, they're very cat. I had a day a while back, I was feeling really, really bad. And I ended up staying in bed and watching, trail cam videos. Those were very fun. They cheered me up. It was fun. I saw a bobcat in some of those. A coyote chilling in the backyard. Got annoyed and left when I started taking pictures. Yeah, I don't know if I ever saw a coyote. Coyotes are pretty common where I'm from, but I don't know if I ever saw any. Once grabbed a copperhead. Oh no, I had a lot of learning about which snakes are really dangerous as a kid. Hello, is this stitchin? It is. Hello, welcome in. Kid living on the southern coast, there'd be small towns close to the neighborhood. Sometimes crocodiles would be there. I think that's the most dangerous critter I've ever been close to without a fence between. I have encountered. Have I? I think I've seen an alligator from a distance in the wild. Saw a garter snake once. Ooh, I've seen plenty of garter snakes. They're cool. Sometimes I miss lizards. Saved your flock from coyotes. Oh! There's only time those particular rams look thankful to see me. Oh man, that's scary. That's scary. You know, venomous spiders before. Ooh. No, I've held snakes, not wild snakes. But you know when you like go to a reptile center and they let you hold a snake, like a school trip kind of thing, or a summer camp thing. They're just very cowardly, nothing to worry about. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Snakes are cool. I liked holding a snake. It was neat. Fun experience. Soft spot for coyotes. That's fair. They're just little guys. They're weird dogs, yeah. They're just weird dogs. I watch a video sometime from a channel. She lives in Canada and shared video of coyotes just kind of wandering through neighborhoods in the winter. That was fun. I don't remember, snakes over the years, non-venomous get relocated, others not so much. Yeah. Yeah. Imagining a flock of coyotes descending from the sky. It's the Elden Ring wolves again. Rain flood comes, crocodiles just pile up on the river mouse. Oh, the spider monkeys, but those are super chill. Oh, yeah, those seem like they would be chill. With just the frames, it makes the colors look really, really unbalanced. Like, they look good when everything's all together, but like just the borders, because the ones in the middle are so light, it looks weird. But it'll get there. It'll get there in time. Give them enough time to learn to fly. Well, that might take a little bit more time than they got. Sorry, that was too dark. Next week, I'm gonna have a day I don't stream, I think. I might go outside. A pack of coyotes manifest from some underbrush beside you. Oh. Well, I'm glad they left you alone. That sounds spooky, though. It'd be much better to have something else manifest next to you. Like a little bird or something. Favorite cryptid, okay. A monkey man. Seen in India wearing a spacesuit and holding a gun. Okay. Yeah. Have a what next week? A day off. Jogging at night. Coyote ran in front of you across the street. Oh, that's fun. I could never go out at night like that. Don't touch grass, I hear it's poisonous. What? Well, that depends on the grass. If it's been treated with certain pesticides, that is super carcinogenic, and you should avoid it. But I guess also if you have allergies. Jogging along the road. You guys do a lot of jogging. Fox that was right next to you just bolted. Ooh, a fox. I don't think I've ever seen a fox in the wild before. That'd be cool. You just talked about the dangers of the outside, now you would go out. Yup. Sure do. Got it. Grass bad, bam, good. Now, some grass is bad. Lawns are evil. We all know this. At least I hope we all know this. The foxes, I told him moved into the field near your house, so that's cool. Yeah, foxes seem neat. Be cool to encounter a fox. Grass is poison, just not everyone reacts to it. Oh, okay. I think most things are poison, right? Went out one winter morning to let out some animals, saw 3 coyotes clawing at the barn doors. Oh! Why are we leaf blowing? Why? A very tired soldier on a training mission in Arizona giving a coyote his sandwich because he thought it was a stray dog. Being on a hike, rounding a corner, finding a baby bear but not seeing the mother. Oh. Who indoctrination was effective? Good, 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 great, perfect. You know what else is evil? Golf. Saw a fox months ago. He stopped. He stayed there for like 5 seconds and he bolted out. Most thing that happened last year. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, you know what I would really like to do this year is, instead of just getting some, like, annual flowers, I'd love to get some kind of, perennial plant that grows berries that, like, the birds would like, that I can keep around. All sorts of critters near the mountains. Bison, moose, and caribou. Ooh, yeah, those can be dangerous. Seen plenty of black and brown bears, wolves. Wow, yeah, I've never seen a bear in the wild. What evil? Lawn. Lawn evil. Golf evil. I picked up a possum thinking it was a cat. Oh, that's Bear Tail said, oh, what happened, kitty? 6 inches from grabbing him. Oh no. We used to have a fox that regularly laid down at the top of our road every evening. Oh, that's fun. I wish I had a fox. We just have stray cats around here. Or maybe non-stray cats, just cats that people let wander. That's the closest I have to foxes. Alright. Then we just have one more. I have so many pieces of not fully used thread now, just kind of hanging around, waiting for later. And the thing is, I don't take these off my desk. I don't take all this thread off my desk when we're done, so that it just kind of becomes a bigger and bigger mess the longer this goes. We're trip to BC next week, see if there's any interesting wildlife. Ooh, I hope that's fun. I hope you have a good time on that. Very neat. Nesting shark behavior. Oh yeah, I have to check the fuchsia from last year died, of course. But I kept seeing lately a bird kind of hopping around in there, and I need to make sure they're not trying to build a nest in it, because I need to throw that out. I need to cut that up and get rid of it. It is not a place they should be hanging out. I also have to put up, I'm sad, I have my chicken wire that I'm gonna put up to keep the squirrels off of the porch, hopefully, but I'm sad that it'll also keep the birds off. They like to hop around there. I hope they'll still visit a little bit just by like flying over the top instead, but hopefully if I put some plants outside as well, it'll make up for it. Okay, I gotta see what color this is. I just kept trying to build a nest in your grill. Aww. Watching someone who thought moose were cute come face to face. Yeah. I mean, they are from a distance. That was the second close encounter. Oh, you saw a ring-tailed cat? The heck is a ring-tailed cat? I don't know if we have those here. Almost daily visits from ravens. Ooh, wow, cool. I'm glad the birds gave up on your grill. Not a cat, that's for sure. Oh! Do you mean a raccoon? Do you mean a raccoon? The sports version of a raccoon? What? Okay. Never heard of that. Red squirrels are very shy and should stay away if you're around often. Oh, they're unfortunately not red squirrel. They're the... I have the standard awful gray squirrel around here. Look it up, okay. If they cut the chicken wire, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. That'd take a lot of dedication. Well then I have to tell roommate we have cheese. Okay. Ring-tailed cat. Oh! Oh, it's so cute! What a cutie! Yeah, gray squirrels are terrible. I hate them with a passion. And that takes a lot, you know, I'm generally an animal enjoyer. I'm an animal enjoyer in general, you know, but gray squirrels? Like a sugar glider got stretched out and a tail stapled on. Yeah, kinda like that, yeah. I'd be so mean to fellow rodents because those rodents are mean to my plants. And they will accept no deterrent. Girls digging next to your car at the doctor's office. What a weirdo. UK allows you to hunt gray squirrels from certain invasive species here. Did I buy cheese? Well, I don't need to buy... What do you... Did I buy cheese? There is cheese. Your great-grandfather was a gray squirrel? What? Sportsy raccoon, I can see it, yeah. Quite a few armadillo! Never seen him roll into a ball. One day, I believe. He will be chosen. Kept looking at you like we were the weird one for getting a tetanus shot. I mean, I guess in the squirrel's eyes, you know you are. Squirrel don't need no tetanus shot. Most invasive there, oh. I don't know what the actual law is, regarding squirrels here. I know, when I was a kid, we would catch squirrels and then take them far away and let them go. And then when I was in college, squirrels were disposed of otherwise. I don't know if that was legal or not. And now the squirrels are just allowed to be. Armadillo can carry skin disease. Alright, more you know. Oh, leprosy. Oh. 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 Yeah, so I just get to hear my mom complain about the squirrels now. Armadillo are bacterially nasty. Oh. Okay. They are certified creatures. I complain about squirrels back. I do. Not so much though. Usually when I'm on the phone with my mom, she says things and I go, Because if I start to complain about my squirrels, then I'll say one thing and then she'll be reminded of something and she'll just kind of go off on that for a while and I go, okay. They're mostly blind. Oh. Two types of squirrels in Cali. The what squirrels? With tiny tails, regular but surprisingly aggressive gray ones. Yeah, no, they suck. What ones with tiny tails though? Pole? That can't be right. That's like last night. We ended up talking about reading because she was telling me about my dad doing reading. And I mentioned, oh, they live in holes in the ground. That's not a squirrel. And I mentioned working on writing, and she went, "Oh, you haven't told me you're doing that." And I went, "Yes, I have." Yes, I know I have actually. Don't be offended. I know I told you before. They're ground squirrels? What? That's a different thing. That's a different thing. I ain't never seen one of those in my life. That's called a rat. They call those rats. It was squirrels. They lived in holes in the ground. Ground squirrels look like ground dogs but have longer tails. I've never heard of this in my life. Yeah, right, chipmunk? Are we talking about chipmunks? They don't live in the ground. More of a South America thing. Oh, that would explain why I'm unfamiliar. You said California, right? Never. They're their own thing. So they're not squirrels? Prairie dogs. Finding out there's hobbit squirrels. Do they have big feet? I'm not the only one this is a foreign idea to, right? Oh, okay. Prairie dogs. Oh! Prairie dogs. Oh. Like prairie dogs mixed with squirrels. Wait, so not prairie dogs? There's still ground squirrels that are not prairie dogs? Okay, but you meant prairie dogs. Okay, I do know about those. Those are fun. Skinny prairie dogs. Wow. Well, the more you know. Just before stream, I watched a video about birds and how they wipe their beaks on things, and it's called feeking. And like freaking, but without the R. It's called feeking. Very funny name. Ground squirrels, but you saw prairie dogs. Okay, because they're in North Carolina. Okay. Yeah. So next time you see a bird wipe its beak on a branch or something, they're feeking. The more you know. Prairie dogs, marmots, chipmunks are all kinds of ground squirrels according to Wikipedia. What? I didn't think chipmunks were ground squirrels. I think I've seen marmots before. I think I've seen wild marmot. A lot of rodents out there. Sort of a successful group them rodents. But I don't know, I feel like that's a loose interpretation of squirrel at that point. I don't know. Well, guys, on 4 legs winning formula. Yeah. It's like a math homework problem. I mean, you can't represent a logic thing as a good equation like I have to. What? I mean, don't come to me. I don't look at me. I don't. No, I think everything is Bozo's fault, actually. I will blame Bozo's. And I think Bozo should accept the blame with grace and dignity. I'm doing this little heart down here. I've been on a breakdown of all mammals. Like 2/3 of the video is rodents. Whoa. Was it that channel where they like sell the posters? It sounds like that channel. Messages. No, don't tell me more. H1 higher is 2x plus 1 the previous. Make a formula that works for all numbers. You have spoken a language more foreign to me than Spanish. Oh. Cool. Good animal content. Neat! I should look at the channel I watched that bird video from. They have a bunch of really nice short videos about specific bird behaviors and stuff. It's cool. Let me see. All things birdie. Birdie with an IE. You wanna see? You wanna learn about feeking? Or birds that steal? Or pelicans. Yeah. Please what? And learn about crow sledding. They might have a video about that. Enlighten us. What do you mean? What do you mean? No, get out of here. More bird facts. Oh, what? I told you to go to watch the channel to find out. I don't know. I was just telling you videos they have. I haven't watched them. I only watched the one today. I thought it was nice. I don't know. Go watch their videos. All things birdie. Dang. You're behind all the bad things. Don't let the others steal my glory. Oh. Oh, okay. False bird bad. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Bird fact. Chickadees are cute. Okay, there you go. Is that good enough for you? I think you're holding out on bird fact. Did you know blue jays aren't actually blue? I feel like a lot of people do know that already. Like so high def in the thumbnail, I use different camera. Yeah, that's my phone camera that I use for the thumbnails. They're cute in a way. Yep, it's true. They're really cute. Blue jays aren't blue though, no. Were their namers stupid? They don't actually have any blue pigment in their feathers. It's like how polar bears aren't actually white. It's all like physical color made out of like the way their light reflects off of their feathers, and it's not based on pigment that makes them actually blue. I thought that one was pretty common knowledge. Why you? Messed up. The fakers. I think it's something like I might be misremembering, but I think that like no vertebrate actually has any form of blue pigment in it. I could be not remembering that exactly right, but I think that's true. That if they are blue, it's all physical color to do with like reflected light. Yeah, very few things with blue pigment, yeah. Okay. Yeah, blue is kind of rare in nature. Plenty of blue lizards. Maybe? Maybe it's mammals then? No, because bird. I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't know. Like I said, I might misremember. Or the ostrich. I don't know. There was some specific like category they provided, I think, that like doesn't have blue pigment. I don't know. I misremembered. Okay. Yeah, polar bears do have black skin. I watched a video the other day about zebras, and I was taught I learned in school that zebras have their stripes because it's supposed to like help them not get eaten. It's supposed to help them with predators, but that's not true actually. Cassowary have blue skin. Oh, okay. When your physics teacher explained that the sun is black. Yeah, it's just like that. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, the zebras, right. We've since discovered that their stripes seem to be primarily for helping them against flies. Because the flies that prey on them have a hard time landing on a striped surface. Yeah, it's not a disruptive camo thing. Are they black with white stripes or white with black stripes? Yes. The stripes all form at the same time, I believe. Yep. Those dang flies. And they tested that partly by dressing horses up in striped shirts. And there's wild giraffes just running in the Sonora Desert. Oh! Just start having encounters with them. Oh! Fun! Okay. I'm reading some crazy story about how in the 1800s some guys tried to domesticate zebras to ride them, did not go well. Yeah! Yeah, zebras did not work out for us. Just being a horse clothier. Science can be pretty silly. But yeah, imagine being the scientist who gets to like put together a striped shirt for a horse to figure out if flies don't like it. I think horses get confused by zebras. Maybe a little bit, yeah. Do you think horses get jealous? Like plain colored horses? They go, dang, I wish I looked like that. Man, they're so fancy, wow. Next time you want to keep flies from your food, paint stripes on it. Yep, that's the secret. Swedish ones tried to domesticate moose. Oh. For moose cavalry. Okay. Wonder if horses pass the mirror test. I don't know, I'm not super familiar with how the mirror test works. What's weirder for a horse, a zebra, or a human? I feel like they would just go, hey, odd fella. I don't know. Zebras are the designer brand. Because they don't know what they look like. Apparently, an idea that they tested out for, an idea that was considered for zebra stripes was that, like, because every zebra has unique stripes, that it, like, helped with them identify individuals, but, like, horses don't have stripes and they can identify each other just fine as individuals. So that was pretty easy to dismiss. Fox domestication experiment. Oh. Weird. Humans will try to do anything, huh? See if animals have a sense of self and can understand when they look in a mirror. Now they're looking at themselves. I see. I see. Ancient horses had stripes. Oh. Well, that was rude of us to deprive them of their fly protection. Or for evolution in general to deprive them of their fly protection. Short of it, breeding for positivity to humans ended up with them having lower adrenaline and retaining more puppy-like features as side effects. Oh! I don't like it when it's said like that. I don't know, that's interesting. Like how dogs bark at their reflection, but elephants get pretty fast and start playing with their mirrors. I see. I see. I don't know. I just finished reading a book that was all about like the potential for like plant intelligence and understanding intelligence in different ways than we traditionally do. So like hearing about something like the mirror test is, I don't know, it's weird and feels very limited to me now. All the ancient horse species that were bred into modern horses are extinct now except one. Wow. Wow. Great. What's too bad when you see a horse? Faces always made them look like the saddest animals. Aww. I don't know. I think they're doing alright. I mean, some of them aren't. Dogs have features that wolf pups grow out of. Yeah, true. It's a fox acting like a puppy with floppy tails, and they are happy to see you. Wow. 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 That seems like a thing we should be doing. Can a cactus understand it's looking at itself in the mirror? No, sorry. Good donkey brain. Had a pet fox for 12 years, wooden collar, domesticated. How did you call that a pet then? I don't know if I want to have the attempt to figure out what the definition of a pet is. Here today, I rescind my question. I'm happy for you and your fox. I used to see a video of a cow in Switzerland was using a tool to scratch herself, which leading more thoughts about cow intelligence. Yeah! I didn't watch it, but it was recommended to me. In that video about how birds have a distinct language. Turns out we're the stupid ones. For thinking that everything else is stupid. Oh, great. It was fun using the brush then for its back, then flipping it over for its belly. That's great! I already knew that now. I mean, I think on a global level, we certainly don't act like we knew that, unless you're talking about like birds speaking. I said a few things there. Or like bird language. And we in this space know that humans dumb nature good. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, I think us here at least know that, but on a grand scale, no. No, definitely not. That's the kind of thing about, like, I don't know. I read that book and it's like drastically changed changed my worldview, and I want to just like scream at everybody to read it, but I also feel like that's not really effective, and I don't know, I think about like if there's ways I can, just going back to other content ideas, kind of ways that I can like share this kind of thing with more people. First you see were in captivity, generally didn't have others around. I was like melancholic. Ah, yeah, they will. Yeah, that makes sense. For some reason, past few days, Ian and JP Twitter timelines have combined. Wholesome seeing people interact since everything is auto-translated. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. Plant video essays. Yeah. Yeah, but see, then the thing is, I'm like, yeah, I'm talking about light eaters. I feel like I have a hard time committing to actually doing it. I already sold you on it. I'm glad. I'm glad. Yeah, I don't know. I have a hard time actually committing to the whole process of actually producing a video and stuff, and feeling like, I don't know, like I can't possibly do enough to make it a good enough video to be, I don't know. We'll take a break and then focus more on homework. Have the rest of the stream. Good luck with your homework. Portion of all in North America but went extinct and got accidentally reintroduced by the Spanish. I got back to horse business there. Oh! Oh! I didn't know that. A short one about all the cool things from the book. Something short so it's faster and easier to make. Yeah! I don't know. I don't know. I struggle with the idea of making videos. It's something I just haven't figured out how to make work for me. Because it's like, on one hand, it's something that I kind of aspire to, a certain, like, I don't know, I like the idea of being able to, I want to say teach, but you know, it's a little, I guess, teach things to people, share stuff. But at the same time, like, I can't say that, like, the idea of, the process of making a video is not like the most exciting thing in the world to me. I don't vibe with it that much. I think that makes it like harder. Like there's so much about it that it is good for me, like doing research and to some extent the writing, but like the whole process of making a video, just I don't know. What if all plant kind depends on it? Well, that's a lovely thought. But I don't think I'm the one who's capable of saving all of plant kind, but it would be cool if I could make a difference in how at least some people look at things, you know. The video should be less nerve-wracking. You have a script and control on live stream. It's like you just jump in, it's kind of improvising. I don't know, I mean, it's just partly like the time commitment. But I think streaming is very different because it's like nobody expects anything from this stream. This is just entertainment, right? This is second monitor content in entertainment, right? Where if I'm like making an educational video, there's so much more weight and like pressure of like providing something meaningful. And trying to present something well. Like, because stream is improvisation, that makes it less pressure, right? Because like it's so casual and nobody expects anything from it, and there's not like the opportunity to really do so much, you know? I'm not explaining well, but like a video should be well considered and well put together and organized, and that's a lot. That takes a lot more than just talking live. But still, I don't know. There's a lot of tough parts about it. I should have been an emissary for the plants this whole time. We need your help. What have I just done? Why did that not work? I'm just gonna be a streamer and then cut a video out of the stream. I guess so. I feel like there's some expectations with streams too, right? I mean, yeah, but they're very different expectations. Very different expectations, I would say. What sort of things are you taking from Light Eaters? What would you want to communicate? A few facts, case studies, or some grand idea? Well, see, that's the thing, is I would want to be able to, like, share some, like, facts that can get across the grand idea, because the main reason I would want to be sharing it is the grand idea behind it, right? But I don't think that I could manage to, like, get that across. And so then I would have to, I don't know, hope that I could share enough about it in terms of, like, facts and stuff that I could interest people in pursuing it. I don't know. Okay, we also need this color for a heart up here, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then I don't know. And I don't know what part I'll do next. I might do this one just because it's really small and it'll be quick. Yeah. I'm really interested in what you're talking about. There's some more obscure stuff people are not aware of. I don't know, because I also, I feel conflicted about just, like, lifting things wholesale from the book into a video in a certain way, right? I don't know. I like the facts that speak for themselves. Look at this cool stuff plants do. Descartes said plants, animals are automatons, what a loser. She talks about that in the book. She talks about that in the book and, like, made me actually sick at some point in her discussion of that. And it was very effective to make a point about, like, science and how it progresses and whatnot. Hello, welcome in. Well, obviously I'll credit the book. Did I find the book? No. No, but we are talking about a different book that's really cool. It's kind of cool on the topic of animals. If a species showed such intelligence and understanding of laws, souls working a job, buying a house, and paying taxes. Come on. Trying to thread the needle. There we go. There we go. And wanted to adapt to be part of human society. How long do you think it would take for them to gain rights and such things? I don't know, it'd take a bit. It'd take a minute. Part of the end of the book I was just reading was about trying to gain legal rights for plants and for specific environments and stuff. And how that's really hard, but that's without plants having all of those communication benefits like that. It's basically the starting point of any philosophy of nature, just to show this is the bad place we started. Look how far we are from that. Yeah, it's really bad. It's really bad. I won't mention the exact example that she uses about the terrible things that philosophy led to, because like I said, it made me feel very ill. But yeah, it's bad. As if I needed more reasons to not like Descartes. Are animals NPCs? No, the point was that Descartes thought that animals were NPCs, and they are definitely not. Look at how humans treat other humans. Yeah, well, it was, I'll hint at this. It was believed that animals could not feel pain until, like, the 20th century. So, then you just Descartes. I haven't actually, read all that, though. I think therefore I am. Are you sure about that, buddy? Oh. She also traced back to, like, Aristotle establishing, and I might be getting the details not quite right, but establishing the idea of, like, a hierarchy of nature, and that sort of, like, ideas like Descartes sort of are an evolution of that over time. Yeah. On top of books, any more short books to recommend? Don't think too much of Carmilla was able to actually finish the book. Maybe some short ones what I need. Ooh, I don't know what kind of stuff do you want. I think there's a couple of short books that I think I would recommend, but they're not really, like, very available in print. They're like older fantasy that's out of print, so they'd be kind of hard to get a hold of physical copies of. Start that and diss him how wrong he is. I guess that's one option. Goldfish couldn't feel pain when I was a kid, yeah. Yeah, but this was like all animals. That was the belief. Can't believe my dad took you off the TV. He wasn't vibing with Peak. He didn't want to hear the truth about plant intelligence. I'm so sorry. Maybe you can convince him some other time. Tell him about, I'm trying to think of an example that I haven't already said. I don't know if I have one off the top of my head. I've already quoted a lot of the major things she talks about in the book. Trees that creep around on legs, yeah. Like the Dark Souls enemies, yeah. Back in time far enough. See people saying children under 5 aren't sentient, yeah. Doesn't the book link thingy have an Evelyn's book you should read list? Kind of. I have, oh, you know what's a really good short, non-fiction, if you're interested, that is on that list. There's actually 2. There's, the Robin Wall Kimmerer books are on there. That's Gathering Moss or The Serviceberry. If you're looking for a non-fiction that's really short, either one of those would be good. Serviceberry is really new, and I think it's only in hardback, so it's a little pricier, but Gathering Moss is an older one, and I highly recommend it. Those are really short. Serviceberry is, like, really short, but if you are looking for non-fiction. For fiction, I don't know. I don't think I have anything really short on there. But yeah, I do have some stuff listed on there. I keep meaning to try to put together more for that. Put together more books on there. I'm trying to think of short books. My brain always goes like The Great Gatsby. That's a short one that I like, but I don't know that I would, like, recommend it if you don't do a lot of reading anyway. I don't know that it's, like, the most entertaining, accessible kind of read. Not too adventurous on my own, but I'll try recommendations. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of the shorter books that I'm familiar with are, like, old fantasy that's not in print. Recommend Quixote. Was that a widespread belief? Doesn't make sense with how so many historical methods of controlling animals involve pain. Which isn't much better, obviously, but still. Yeah, I don't- it's kind of weird, like, because you do think of that kind of thing, and that was definitely, like, legit. But it seems that the, like, dominant scientific view, maybe not the dominant cultural view, was that animals did not feel pain. I think- and the thing ended up being that, like, the first humane societies were formed by, people who went, hey, we, like, have a dog. We know that thing has feelings. Maybe we should reconsider things. So I think it's a case of science being bad, perhaps. I used to do a lot of reading. I feel like my attention span left me in the last few years, and reading has been hard. Actually, in the middle of Quixote on page 14, 400. Oh, cool. I'm still trying to think of short books. Oh, I read The Haunting of Hill House recently. That's really short. If you want like a horror. Wasn't the whole animals don't have souls argument a way to stop people from executing animals for breaking laws like property damage? I'd have no idea. I've never heard of that before. I would have thought it was a much older sort of idea than that. I don't know. Like when would that have been the thing? Well, I mean, people just didn't know about microbes and stuff for a long time, right? Kind of hard to know that you should defend yourself against germs if you don't know that germs exist. France had a pig hanging in the 20th century? What? That's why everybody hates the French. Maybe I get it now. Maybe I get it now. Medieval societies had trials and executed many animals to the point where the church had to say animals are basically robots because they only act on instinct. Well, I mean, if they... I think this idea goes back further than the medieval times to some extent, but also I don't think the medieval church originated that idea. I guess that's the only thing I can like claim to here. I don't think that that's the medieval church's OG idea. Do not steal. I don't know. I don't know though. Because animals are basically robots and they only act on instinct is like what we were talking about being Descartes' horrible idea. I got your dates confused. Oh, okay. Big thing was 13th and 14th centuries. Ah, okay. Makes more sense. Makes more sense. I take it back, the French. I take it back. Alright, that's his heart. This is a little heart. Yippee! Where else does this color get used? This one. And this one. Okay. 20th century thing was our last guillotine. Oh, we love a good guillotine. You'll love a good guillotine. Yeah. 1977, wow. Wow. Just coping to try and pretend you could be moral while abusing animals. Yeah. And boop. And boop. Seamlessly solved everything, led to no problems afterwards. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, you get it. Okay, I was gonna do this one. We need white. I think. We need white. Let me look around my room for other short books. Hold on. Fahrenheit 451 looks pretty short on the shelf. It's been a really long time since I read that, but it's great. Castle of Otranto is short, but I don't know if I'd recommend it. Generally. I don't read a lot of short books. At least I don't have physical copies of a lot of short books. Last question, maybe too big for a stream. Okay. Would you want anything to change from the ideas in Light Eaters? People are vegetarian for ethical reasons, but we can't exactly stop using plants. Want anything to change? Maybe I don't know exactly what you mean. Like societal change I would want to see based on the information in the book? Or I think it's more of like a grand scale like treatment of the planet thing, because a lot of the emphasis in the book and the way things come together is about understanding that nothing lives in isolation, that all things exist within all things are and exist within an ecosystem. And I think that like we tend to not treat other things like plants or animals even, or environments as a whole, with the respect that they deserve regarding that kind of thing. We tend to view ourselves as like isolated individual entities that do not have all of these absolutely inextricable ties to absolutely everything. There's really good phrases that they use in the book for it that I don't have off the top of my head, but it's all about like everything is connected and everything relies on everything else. And I think that's the big takeaway that I think like it would be really cool to see more people kind of understand and operate under an understanding of. Yeah. So I do think it does complicate sort of the moral, ethical side of like vegetarianism, right? I guess. Once you understand that the things that plants are capable of, but that's not like my primary concern with it. I think if anything, that would like lead less people to be vegan. I don't know. If anything, it's about like, it's not that easy to delineate what is, I don't know, so intelligent or so aware and worthy of our attention. Yeah. Well, since you've read H.G. Wells, if you like classic sci-fi, he has some great shorter stories. There's a good one. I've never read any of his either. Humans need to understand that we are part of nature and we're not outside of it. Yeah. Lived with that mindset since before the book was made? Excellent. Most people don't. There's a less strict divide between plant and animal capacities, and it questions the assumptions of vegetarianism. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But yeah, to give an unprepared, impromptu answer to that's my thought. Now this looks like I'm about to stitch white thread inside white thread on white fabric, but I promise you, this is blue fabric, this is pink thread, and I'm about to use white. Marks discusses this. Well, good for Marks. I actually didn't know that was something that came up for him. That does interest me. Yeah, I also have a lot of other books that I am interested in checking out that are sort of things along those lines, more specifically, and not just about like because the main focus of this is like plant science, right? It's stuff that's more like general ecological stuff. Yeah, you have to don't trust the camera, trust me. Speaking of plants, I'm thinking about getting some more herbal tea ingredients that could maybe be beneficial to me sometime soon. Ow! Sorry. Poke. Yeah, I was thinking about doing that. Why did we ew? Tasty kind of medicine kind. Both, I guess. I don't know. I imagine they're tasty. But I was thinking, I was trying to find ones that I think might be able to like have specific benefit to me, potentially. But I feel like I never drink any like one tea consistently enough for it to help me. But maybe I could start. If I pick up something that I think would be good. Most people think your garden looks like a mess. Found a few instincts that are near extinct. Whoa, that's so cool! We love a messy garden. Great. Sometimes I think about, and I haven't attempted to pursue this because the financial obligation. Well, maybe not obligation is right, but you know, it's an investment, I suppose. I've been thinking about like stealthily planting plants over by the trees outside my apartment. How's voice holding up? You know, better than I expected it to. I think I'm working at an acceptable volume. It's not so bad. Yeah, the thing is I have to buy the plant. I have to get the plant. Something that I really want to do, and I don't... This is This is like if I didn't have a job and I had all the time in the world, I would do a lot of time for this. But I really want to like volunteer on removing invasive plants. It's something I was thinking about last year for a while. There's a huge patch of invasive plants across the street on a property that like I don't think anybody owns. Nobody like uses it for anything. I was thinking about trying to clear those out, but that's a lot of time and effort and ability that I'm not sure I have. A garden you don't use since you can't physically do garden work without dying for days on end after. Yeah, I think that's the other thing about me wanting to help with invasive plant stuff is that like I think physically I'd have a hard time with it. It would kind of dominate other things. I wouldn't really be able to do other stuff probably. How do you get one of those clinging vines? Just let it infest the face of your building outside your apartment window. Be careful though. Those could be invasive in your area, depending. Where I live, ivy, English ivy, is a huge problem in terms of being an invasive plant. My lawn bed's mostly moss and flowers. That's lovely. That's not so bad. Been confused long enough. Okay, why the hate for lawns? Isn't it just grass? Am I not American enough to understand? Grass is just flat grass is not a suitable environment for anything. And that is why they are evil, is because it's destroying... Lawns destroy habitat. For insects and animals and native plants. Japanese knotweed. Yeah, there was a section about that in the book. And how bad that is. Knotweed. That's one sprawling an entire building down the block. That's cool. Didn't have the money problem. You could at least donate to help with the invasive plants thing. Yeah, I don't know. I know there's I went to a park where there was like, hey, we have like an organized thing. But I mean, I mean more like donating my time, right? I mean more like spending time doing stuff, not necessarily giving money, though I guess I could do that too. Non-native grass that's cut short enough that it never develops deep roots, which creates a flood-prone monoculture that's plain boring to look at. There is that too. That as well. And also people generally tend to treat lawns with various chemicals that are also bad. Okay, but aren't lawns on places we already have houses, so that damage would already be done? I mean, you don't have to, like, add to it with a lawn. Yeah, they also take a ton of water, true. You don't have to add to that. Like, why should having the house also mean that you can't also support native plants and animals around there? Like, why does that justify excluding the entire area around the house? And also golf. Let's not forget golf. Golf, the ultimate iteration of lawn evil. Maximize damage mentality, like that's crazy. I think you are American enough, actually. Like that's very American to like not understand the problem here. Americans love lawns. Houses could be surrounded with native plants, which significantly reduces the impact of the house. Yeah. And then regular mowing, disturbing what's settled there, yeah. And also disturbing me with regular mowing because the noise sucks. Plain lawns are boring anyway, yeah. True. Does that help? Also think of like rich people who have a ton of land and they dedicate all of that to being like lawn. That's a massive impact. That's a lot of land that could be supporting habitat that's not, you know. Desert plants are nice. No idea why people sleep on them. I don't know, man. They are nice. I mean, there's like a cultural reason why it's explainable, but you know, that's a whole other issue. The ideas of the lawn anyway, that rich people could have all this land and they could afford to not cultivate it because it was so pretty and romantic. Yeah, get golf hate, just don't think we have the American style lawns here. It's native grass and weeds are just mowed, not poisoned. Alright, I mean, I don't know, maybe it's different where you live, but that's the idea. Did anyone literally sleep on them? I hope that cleared it up at least. I don't know what else to tell you. Maybe you live in the ideal country where they don't do this, but I feel like it's an issue in a lot of places. A small ball cactus. A couple years back it bloomed. Oh, cactus flowers are so pretty. Wilted within a day. Yeah. Yeah, they do wilt very fast, but they are cool. There's some wild cactus around on my parents' property that's really cool. I've gotten to see it bloom quite a few times. I have a little succulent that surprised me a bit ago by blooming. It's very fun. I don't want to move to any other country. Well, congrats, I guess. But that's why I hate lawns. That's why lawns are evil. There you go. Do you feel informed and enriched about the evils of the world? Made you mad when we first moved out here. Mom said not to play in the ditch because there was a single cactus. Okay. Years later, found it, brought it up with her. She said that there wasn't any cactus in the ditch. Once later, she approached me and said, "Did you know there's a cactus out there?" That's such mom behavior. Wow. Such mom behavior. Sick of keeping plants alive. You managed to kill a succulent. Yeah, it's tough. More where your lawn is clover. Rest is native grass. Don't have to do anything to it and have to cut it regularly. Yeah. Clover's good. Clover's especially good as a cover crop in farming. Man, I got rid of my blanket because I was too warm and I'm too cold. But yeah, I was really bad at keeping plants for quite a while. It took me a long time to learn how to do it. Feed your succulents 1 ice cube a week at most, they will be okay. 1 ice cube, that's a fun measure. Bees really enjoy the clover. Yeah, they will. Yeah, I'd really like to get more plants that'll be good for stuff around me. But it's an investment because I don't think I could put them in the ground, so I have to like have to get the plants, get pots for the plants, get dirt for the plant. It's the whole thing. About a fifth of your apartment space to plants? That's awesome. That's so cool. It is easy to overwater succulent. I tend to err on the side of underwatering mine, but they're still making it. Hold on. Oh. Soil not dark then dry, then need more water. Oh. Some plants aren't like that. Oh, I rolled over the blanket. Oh. Okay, we're good. Keep doing that lately. I feel informed? Don't feel the same disconnect from nature y'all do. Okay. These are most 20-minute walk from town, usually less real woods, not parks. Okay, well that's privilege. I think. Congrats. I don't know, congrats, I guess? I don't know what I'm supposed to say to that. Congrats, man. You're cycling in the same pot as a larger plant. Oh, that's a good way to do it. You're like, if it just gets a little bit of that water as you go. I feel like you have to be really careful. Like living in Hobbiton, right? But also, I don't know what disconnect from... Like, I don't know who here was saying they're disconnected from nature, also. Like, unless you mean y'all as in, like, Americans. I don't know, for some people that would genuinely be a privilege. Like, considering that the way so many places are not constructed in such a way, and how important it is to people's mental health to be around nature, generally. How detrimental it can be to be without that, and the way so many people live in spaces that, like, that's not an option. More people need to understand the part of nature and everything's an ecosystem. Ah, okay, well when you say y'all, that sounds like you're addressing everyone here and not people generally. We established that, like, us here, as we discuss this in the stream, are aware of this, you know. Community cities, urban hellscapes, yeah. Topic felt alien, I see. Well, now, you can understand that that's a huge issue, and, like, why the whole globe is dying this is why. Things like that. Welcome. Alright, now we need green. And I also keep messing this up. This is like held in place kind of precariously, and I feel like I keeps getting lower. Just like Stinky City, bad. It bad. There we go. I swear I moved this, and I feel like it's tilted down more again. I swear I tilted it up more. Is it like shifting as I go? Is that happening? I feel like it's not. It's really secure. Oh, maybe it is. Wait, which part of this is not secure? Hello? You? This one. Ah! Oh, this one wasn't tight. Oh! Figured it out. Okay. It wasn't this part. There! Now it'll stay put. Now it'll stay put. Okay. Green. The darker green. And then I think after I finish these couple of stitches, we'll call it there for today so I don't overdo it. Yeah. Yeah. At the end of the book, I was not gonna mention it, but at the end of the book she talked to a plant scientist who is like in his 80s and has worked in plant science for over 60 years and continues to even after retirement. And how incredibly pessimistic he feels about the state of things and the and humanity as a whole. And I found it agreeable. Not, you know, pleasant, but, you know, understandable. I don't know if we should get into it more, but I've been thinking about it for a while. We should stick to salads and stitch slugs. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, it has gotten a little too dark. Look, I'm about to stitch a cute little sprout. Oh, no, I have to secure this on the back. Hold on. Where's this? What's this fuzz? What happened here? Okay. I see someone who works in natural sciences. Like that talk, they always seem like that. Yeah. Yeah. Falling Moon, thank you! Welcome in. I hope you enjoy your Sharkonomicon. Okay. Oh yeah, did you guys watch the Artemis launch yesterday? I watched it. Cool. I guess. I don't know, I feel conflicted about that kind of thing, but it was cool to watch. That's what happens when you start learning more about the world. Yeah, it is. Yeah. As someone who tries to do a lot of learning about the world. Yes. Pretty alright, yeah. Heard about it from space nerds and Discord server. Thought it was April Fool's because your live wasn't working. That was roommate got home from work and I was like, I watched the Artemis thing and they went, oh, was that real? I went, yeah, it was real. They're in space. So. I watched someone explain what the Artemis thing is supposed to do. Oh yeah, they're orbiting the moon to like test systems for a future moon landing, right? That was my understanding. Yeah, they're not actually gonna land on the moon. Did this stitch wrong? Let's look. Why does it look wrong? I guess it's fine. I just remember the whole Artemis thing was just a erase from your mind. That's fair. My son isn't unfound. It's also important to remember that there are many people working to prevent that and restore things. Yes, absolutely. Yes, true. And the message of the book in the end was that like we shouldn't be entirely hopeless about it, and we should try to fix it. But it's tough. It's tough. We shouldn't talk about it more, maybe. But yeah, it is good to try to have hope about it and to try to make a difference, even if it's tough and even if it seems like impossible, you know. You still gotta do something. Baby steps in taking pics of testing fuel efficient trajectories. Yeah. Testing systems for a landing. Eventual goal of the program is a permanent habitable structure on the moon. You know, something about reading Light Eaters that's kind of more fun. Was it made me think more about like sci-fi where people live on space stations and stuff, and like how I have to wonder if like that's unrealistic in terms of like people being able to exist in that kind of environment. And I guess, you know, people live in cities already and those are pretty deprived, but I wondered like if people would actually be able to live in like that kind of really sterile environment as is depicted in so much media. What plants do I think would fare well on the moon? I don't know. I don't know about plants and space and things. People on space stations already might not be too different. Well, I mean, there is that, but I'm thinking like on a cultural level. Like I feel like people would go insane. And I don't mean, well, I mean, I even, okay, if we're taking sci-fi, right? If we're taking sci-fi where they assume that, like, there's gravity correction, that kind of thing, like, even then, I feel like people would lose it. I feel like people would lose it. Eventual new space station around the moon. Oh, wow, okay. Most sci-fi seems to have plant areas on their ships to hang out in. Yeah, but, like, think of, I don't know, there's such a, like, diversity of experience and exposure to things that would be lost, you know? Bird sounds and rain ASMR would get real popular, yeah. Never choose to leave with lovely rock too much to lose. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know, I'm not a space travel fan. I'm not a... Also for the moon circadian rhythm. Yeah, there's that too. But just like realizing how connected we are to our environment, and then like imagining removing us from that environment. Like, how does air work in space? They have to get regular shipments or something, right? I don't know. I mean, they could like recycle air, right? Like if they just have enough, then it just can get recycled. Signal has told us about this. We couldn't cope yet. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like space habitation stuff. I don't like the tone of some space habitation kind of stuff because it's like, well, it doesn't matter what happens to the Earth because we could just leave. I don't like that, but it is what it is. Ta-da! Look, it's a little sprout. 1 stamp done. 1 stamp done. Next time we'll get a couple more done, probably. There's more that sailors in the past used to experience mental health problems for staying too long at sea. Imagine that in space. Yeah. Yeah. We have all the stamps left enough to be mailed. Yeah. Yeah, once I finish all of them, we'll be able to mail it. Making my glasses to see it. It's right. Cause you can even see the color difference, kind of. A little bit. At least a little. What are we doing tomorrow? Oh, we're playing Pokopia again tomorrow. And the Pokemon Center will be finished. Nice. We'll be able to buy new stuff. And now I might finally go to another area tomorrow as well. Looks like a creeper space. You know, it does look like a creeper face. Like without the mouth. Yeah. I gotta go eat a food now. Okay, well, I'm happy for you if that's your view. Imagine a stream tomorrow for the real April Fools. A baby creeper. This is the baby creeper stamp. Of a food, please eat at least 2 foods. I think I'll only eat 1. I think I'll only eat 1. Say goodbye to my little fern friend. Yeah, also sorry if things were a little too deep and dark today in the chat. I know that's not exactly standard stream fare, but sometimes that's where we end up. We won't talk about these things during Pokopia tomorrow, probably. Yeah. Is that moss? No, this is a fern. Really tall. I mean, unless I've been lied to, I think it's a fern. What happens when you chat food? But yeah, I hope y'all have a good good rest of the day or night or whatever it is where you are, and I hope to see ya next time. Bye bye!